Good morning, everyone. Today I will be speaking to regarding the what to do when you see a black patch in center of the eye. So the most common causes for the black patch in center of the eye when somebody tends to have a fluid collection in the macular area, or hemorrhage due to some other cause, or when somebody develops a macular scar in the center of the area, or associated with macular detachment due to any etiology. Inflammatory posterior uveitic lesions sometimes can cause the patch. Sometimes rarely cortical lesions, especially occipital lobe lesions, can cause the central patch in the eye. The commonest causes for etiological things can be divided into either retinal or choroidal lesions, which involve the macula, the optic nerve disorders, and rarely the cortical lesions. As previously a speaker told about the vitreous floaters, I will not go into the details of this. Somebody sees a vitreous floaters, this is one of the commonest cause for the central patch in the center, the black patch in the center of the eye. Most often, you doesn't require any intervention; it just needs an observation. Rarely, you can try a YAG laser vitreolysis if if it is an anterior vitreous. If the dense vit opacities are there, probably optical vitrectomy needs to be considered. So one of the commonest cause for the black patch in center of the eye is central serous chorioretinopathy. The black patch could be due to either the fluid accumulation or subretinal fibrin or RP alterations or the defects which develop secondary to CSR. All these patients in the acute stage probably doesn't require any intervention, just needs an observation. Sometimes in persistent fluid, one may have to do a focal laser or resort to a off-dose, off-fluence, PDT or photodynamic therapy in these patients. Another commonest cause for the central patch is the age-related macular degeneration, which could be either dry age-related macular degeneration or wet age-related macular degeneration. In dry age-related macular degeneration, it's mainly due to the formation of a geographical atrophy, pigmented clumps, and wet AMD, basically because of the hemorrhage and the retinal pigment epithelial detachment, the one tends to develop a central patch. In wet AMD, in dry AMD, most often we tend to treat them, either follow them for the progression of geographical atrophy and treat them with antioxidant medications. In wet AMD, we tend to treat them with anti-VEGFs or PDT in certain cases. In stages of scar, one need to just observe, not much intervention can be done. There are other causes which can cause choroidal neovascular membrane other than AMD, like myopia, angioid streaks, trauma. In these CNVM patients, one can treat them with anti-VEGF injections. Another commonest differential diagnosis for age-related macular degeneration is which causes the hemorrhage in the macular area is polypoidal choroidal vasculopathy and retinal artery macroaneurysms. Both these conditions can be treated with anti-VEGFs, and in polypoidal choroidal vasculopathy, you can consider the option of PDT also, and you can do a laser to the retinal artery macroaneurysms, or in severe cases, one needs vitrectomy. Another group of conditions which can cause central patch in the eye is known as iridomacular degenerations. Most often these lesions are bilateral, asymmetric, and tend to have a macular involvement, like conditions like Stargardt's disease, retinitis pigmentosa, Best vitelliform dystrophy, gyrate atrophy, and many things. Most often these can be diagnosed with the use of macular diagnostic imaging techniques, as well as by doing an electrophysiological test. And most often the treatment depends upon the stage of the disease and needs genetic counseling in these patients. The other commonest macular lesion which causes the central patch is the macular hole. Invariably, full thickness macular hole requires a vitrectomy. The macular gliosis, severe gliosis in the center of the macula, can cause the scotoma. Solar retinopathy, if it is exposure to solar eclipse, can have outer retinal changes and outer layer holes, and these can be treated with in our acute stages by steroids. Trauma is another important cause for the central patch. The trauma can present in various manifestations. The one scenario is choroidal rupture with subretinal heme. If it is sparing the fovea, you can just observe it. If it is a large submacular subretinal hemorrhage, one can resort to either pneumatic displacement or vitrectomy. Rarely, trauma can cause posterior pole macular infarction. In those cases, one needs steroids or thrombolytics. The systemic disorders like diabetes and hypertension can cause premacular hemorrhages or vein occlusions and arterial occlusions. These also causes the black patch in the center of the eye. The disorders like anemia, leukemia, thrombocytopenia, these are the systemic disorders which causes bilateral macular hemorrhages. These also needs to be systemic disease, has to be treated to control the eye problem itself. The other cause for the central patch is the pigmented scars in the macular lesions. If you see an eye myope patient with a pigmented patch in the center of the eye, it could be Foster-Fuchs spots. Sometimes a healed central choroiditis or a posterior uveitis can cause a scar, or mactal or parafoveal telangiectasia can also have pigmented clumps. All these things can produce a central patch in the eye. Another commonest cause for the macular hemorrhage is the Valsalva maneuver, which causes a typically premacular hemorrhage. Either it could be subialum or subialoid hemorrhage. It can be treated with YAG iridotomy and sometimes may require a vitrectomy for removal. The posterior uveitis, especially when it involves the macula, can cause central patch. For example, the things like toxoplasma retinochoroidis, viral retinitis, serpiginous choroiditis, neuroretinitis involving the posterior pole, VKH causing the macular detachment, and inflammatory macular disorders like acute macular neuroretinopathy can cause central patch. These can be treated with immunosuppressive steroids, and based on the etiology, you have to treat these patients. The drugs are the systemic drugs are the another cause, important cause for the causing of central patch in the eye. It could be the drugs like hydroxychloroquine, tamoxifen, phenothiazines, oxalate. There are many drugs which on chronic medications can cause macular changes and bring about central patch. So one need to look into the cumulative dose of these drugs, discontinue the drugs if there is a toxicity, shift to an alternate drug, do investigations like multifocal ERG, central visual fields, and the routine tests like FFA, OCT. So you will be able to pick up these lesions and treat accordingly. Sometimes the posterior pole tumors itself can cause central patch, some things like choroidal metastasis if it is in the central area, circumscribed choroidal hemangioma in the posterior pole, choroidal osteoma, posterior pole melanoma. All these things can be cause patch, central patch in the eye, in the macular area. So one need to resort to chemotherapy and other modalities of treatment for these tumors. Optic nerve disorders like toxic nutritional optic neuropathy, hereditary infiltrative disorders, as well as optic with macular detachment can cause these lesions, and these has to be treated accordingly. The inflammatory lesions like optic neuritis also sometimes can cause the central patch. Last but not the least is sometimes the cortical lesions, especially occipital cortex lesions like infrax or compressive lesions in the occipital cortex can cause central patch. Suspect on cortical lesion when you don't see a fundus pathology and there is a vision loss or scotoma not attributing, then you can get an investigations like MRI brain or get a visual fields done and have a neurophysician's consultation to tackle this problem. So these are some of the common causes which can cause central patch in the eye, and the prognosis depends from case to case, and it has to be evaluated properly to come to a conclusion, and it can be treated effectively. Thank you for patient hearing. I would like to thank the AOS Scientific Committee for giving me this opportunity.